Hi Leo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of November 22nd to the 28th, 2021. Thank you so much for joining me. I do want to remind you as always to share your love, support the channel by liking, commenting, and if you haven't yet, excuse me, do join this Leo community, okay? What else was I going to say? Keep in mind this is general, so don't stress over what doesn't resonate, just take what does. And if you're looking to book a personal reading, the information, the pricing, my email, all of which is down below in the description box, just reach out and I'll get that started for you, okay? Alrighty, cleansing the energy. It's been a busy couple of days for me, but we're going to begin by pulling the overall energy for the week from the Elemental Oracle deck. You could be feeling very focused, very serious this week, but at times feeling like you are the joy in a situation, however that pertains to you. Could be work, it could be a relationship, certain friends, a living situation, however it works for you. You feel like you are the joy in the situation, or at least for some of you, you might feel like you're more the mature energy in that situation, okay? For my lovely Leos for this upcoming week, for the 22nd to the 28th, 2021. We have the biome connection, okay? So there's an underlining focus on bushfires is the card. It could be a situation you feel coming to an end, or you just feeling like you need to sort of relight that fire within, okay? So yeah, focus on connections this week, or your connection to your work, your purpose. Let's pull the main part of the reading from the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. You could find yourself needing to rest in order to eliminate a sense of conflict in your life. It feels like you could be trying to overly control things, or you could just feel a little bit anxious due to energies or just noise or having a lot going on, okay? I'm going to do one more shuffle. There's a huge focus on your world this week and how much it's changing. I'm getting a very world card vibe from this imagery. For my lovely Leos. Okay, what else do we have? Alrighty, so I'm just going to go with these four. Alright, perfect. So we have the Hanged Woman. Okay, let's clarify this one. There's something you need to adjust your perspective on, or a situation that's leaving you feeling a bit trapped to a certain extent. Okay, Knight of Cups. Something you want to go after and feeling a bit emotionally down, even if you don't want to admit it. And it's a week where, especially at the beginning of the week, it's highlighted, you know, in your mind, or just you're being reminded of it outside of you. You just need to adjust your perspective on how doable it is. Or for some of you, you're being put in a spot where if it's a promotion or a new job or a new living situation, going back to something for some of you, you're being put in a spot where you need to and being pushed to question, you know, whether that's something you actually want, right? Seeing the stress factor of it, if it's a job or career related thing, or just being reminded of that past connection or past situation that you are considering going back to. Does that make sense? I need to adjust your perspective on whether you want to feel trapped in that situation once again, or for the first time, or whether or not it's actually going to be a healthy choice for you. Okay? Keep in mind, you will manifest at this time whatever you desire. So think clearly, you know, think in a smart way and move towards what you desire. It may not feel like you can fully move towards what you want at this time, but it's purposeful to give you a chance, the space to think twice, you know, about what you truly want. The Tower in reverse. Okay, there's something that can't come to an end just yet. Excuse me. Strength. Here we are. So I'm a Leo sun if you're new to the channel, but it just feels like you need to dig for the inner strength, maybe put up a facade to get through a situation that isn't ideal, or that is sort of getting worse, it feels like. It could be, once again, your connection to your work. It could be a connection within your work environment, or this could be love oriented. I'm just now noticing the number 44 on this card. And if you think about fours, it's right before five, you know, and fives are all about change, development, okay? King of Swords, there's a situation where you need to use your wisdom, your knowledge, what you've gained over time in order to get through it, to make the best out of it, or just to make it successful until the time comes to put it to rest. Very interesting. I mean, for some of you, you feel as if it shouldn't come to an end, you know, especially if it's a connection that you are trying to make last as long as possible. But it just feels like whatever it is weighing heavy on your back, on your shoulders, on your heart and your soul, okay? You need to keep that hope alive. But again, deciding thoroughly throughout the week, mulling it over, what do you actually want? Could be causing you a lot of anxiety as you think about putting a sword in it, or and something that's coming back from the past, potentially. Just wanting to sort of figure out what's right for you and only you, and without thinking about what's best for a company or what's best for another person or several people, or do you know what I mean? It's about being a little bit selfish to figure out how to best move forward in a healthy manner, okay? 8 of Cups. I feel like you'll be asking yourself, or be pushed to ask yourself at certain points in the week, when am I happiest? When am I most fulfilled? And can I make that a bigger part of my life? So yeah, it feels like there's a situation when you can't sort of sail away from, or you can't walk away from. It may not feel like everything's aligning perfectly for you, but you're going to be reminded that you are truly abundant, or a situation that you can't leave just yet, or that leaves you a bit trapped to a certain extent, is leaving you with a sense of your cup overflowing. And it's a bit confusing. It's like, yeah, I do want it to sort of to separate myself from it at times, but it is making me feel abundant, right? If it's a relationship, absolutely, that makes sense. If it's a work related situation, you know, it's like you can't sort of let go of that job or that career choice just yet, or you may feel like you shouldn't, but then it's like the abundance does come back into focus. It feels like whatever the situation is for you, it could be very back and forth, at least in your mind. Let me finish off the spread with the Lovers, okay? Some of you could be thinking back to a tropical situation, or thinking about traveling to somewhere tropical, as I see this palm tree here. But with the Magician and the Moon, it feels like you're very emotional and you're manifesting love into your life, okay? Or you could be manifesting somebody into your life that is equally or just more emotional than you. You could find that this is more so pertaining to a connection with you and your work, or somebody within your work environment. You could find that multiple people within your work environment are very attracted to you, even if it doesn't appear that way, okay? A lot of you feeling very drawn to the moon, especially during the weekend. You know, again, going back to this card, all about connection this week, your connection to the stars, the moon, you know, even the sun, the weather, nature, to other people, to your work. It feels like people are very attracted to you, very drawn to you, and you don't have a lot of free time, especially this week, okay? I need to keep that motivation alive as you passionately go after what you deserve, what you desire, or prep yourself emotionally and mentally to go after it, okay? Feeling like you just desire change, or at least you're being pushed to accept change when the time comes, okay? It does feel like you also desire a level of control moving forward, but, or even in the situation that we've been speaking upon for you specifically, but it just doesn't come very easily, okay? Very interesting, this sort of back and forth vibe about you, or split vibe, feeling within where you want to spend time alone. You don't have a lot of time to do so, but you also want to spend time with a specific somebody, or connect with others, you know? So I feel like you'll spend more time with other people this week, or it's going to differ from case to case. You might find that you spend more time alone and very little time with other people, connections, but you're being pushed to sort of reverse it if that's usually the case, okay? To spend time with more connections, to put a focus on them, right? Knowing that you can always prioritize your hermit mode, your alone time, when the free time is allotted, okay? Let's finish up this beautiful reading by pulling a message to you from the Find Your Happy deck. Did you notice how I haven't been really smiling that much in this reading? Purposeful. Two of Pentacles as well. You might be going through a bit of a balancing act. Weighing out options again, figuring out what's right for you. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. Life is a balancing act of holding on and letting go. Okay? Again, figuring out what's right for you and just trying to balance things out in that sense. Okay? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Leo.